Hi,
Perfect.
darling.
Hey, girl. Hey, hey. So I'm so excited. Hey, Jerry. So I just wanted to introduce you to everyone that's watching it on live or on replay. So this is Judy, and we started off as accountability partners. We read the book. Like I read The Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents, and I fell in love with the book. And in the book, they recommended joining the Facebook group. And I don't know if you created a thread or if I did or we just joined
I
one. Do you remember?
feel like I feel like it was you. Somebody in the group had said try to find a partner, and so I think you reached out to me because we were in the same time zones.
Yes, yes. So we started off on Facebook and I know it was on the thread and then so we started off on Messenger. So every day we would just check in. So the book, The Miracle Morning, is a life-changing book that I highly recommend, but it's based on the acronym SAVERS. So every day in the morning you do silence, which is meditation, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which is journaling. So every day we would go and do our morning practice and then check in via Facebook Messenger. That's how it all started.
Yeah.
And then if you want to take it from there, what happened? Like it's been 5 years.
So for me, it was the book said you had to get up early and do all these things, but then there was they said that you could kind of, melt it into your own. So I got up like an hour earlier than I would normally get up for work and do the savers, and then her and I would check in with each other each day. The thing for me was meditation. I never really thought that I could do that, and I always kind of viewed meditation as like home, you have to be able to do it for you know an hour or some shit. And so I joined Insight Timer, and they had a group called 365 Challenge, and I decided that I was going to do like 5 minutes, just 5 minutes a day. And that meant that at work, if I didn't do it before I left in the morning for my savers, I would do it at work at my lunch break. I would go out to my car, and for 5 minutes, I would just shut my eyes and try to, like, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So that was my, I had to do that first, but then we added all the other things. And we would just
Yes.
check in with each other and say, so what did you get done today? What didn't you get done today? What can we improve? That sort of thing.
Yeah. 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 And it was crazy because I remember when we like joined, like when we started talking, I like looked you up. I like looked at your profile. And I
Yeah.
was like, we're so there like so many differences, right? And
Yeah.
then but
You're
like
like a
the
homie. You're like Brooklyn. So we started talking about coffee and Jen with Coffee Talk with Judy and Jen.
coffee. I remember coffee talk with Judy and Jen. Yeah, and when I first like started talking to you, like, I just was like, oh yeah, this is cool, blah, blah. And then one time you sent me a voice note because that's one way that we would communicate was like through voice notes on, and I think someone cut you off and you were like, come on, fuck face or something like that. And I was like, oh, she is the one. Yes. She's not just like, she's a gangster. Let's go.
That's so true, because you thought I was all like, oh, and I'm like, fucking A, Jesus Christ. Like, and you were like, oh, she's gangster. I can hang with her. And I'm like, I'm not gangster at all. But I'll hold your purse while you beat someone up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was so awesome. But we was able to connect from there. And then eventually we went on Marco Polo,
Yes.
which is a video
That was your
chat.
idea.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
actually my sister, I think Gina, you were the one that told me about Marco Polo. One of my sisters told me about it, or maybe my brother. I don't remember.
Well,
And I
thank you,
remember,
Gina, because it's been a lifesaver for us, but I
Yes.
also talk to my best friend who lives in Arizona every day because of Marco Polo. So thank you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I love it. Yeah, so we were able to start with like checking in, like, oh, this is what I did for Savers. Yeah, I went to boxing and did this and that. And then eventually like moving it to Marco Polo, and then it just organically formed like this really awesome friendship. Like I'm like able to show up authentically where I'm like, hey, this is this. And I'm like with my chanclas moving around the house,
Yeah,
washing
with
dishes.
your slippers. Your
But
slippers, turning on the water, chopping up
I
the
know.
vegetables. I'm like, dude, can you just shut the fuck up and just talk to us? Sorry.
Oh
All
my
right, I've
gosh, no,
sworn
I
three
love it.
times already. I gotta
No,
dial it
good.
back.
No, 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 that's perfect. That is perfect. That's organic. But like I love it because we've been able to like show up like, and I would show up all like, oh, this is what's going on, here's my morning routine, and then like also show up and like ugly cry like this is what's going on, and like being able to share that like vulnerability and that space. So it started off as accountability partners. We're still accountable and we
Yeah,
still meditate daily. It's been well over 5 years, but we
right.
also have like this amazing friendship, which I'm so thankful for.
Yeah. Yes, me too. I think what's nice is in the beginning, we really tried to like just stick to the script. And, even if our accounting to each other was just like, okay, what did you do? How many minutes? How many pages did you read? What did you,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to read self-help and, do your affirmations and stuff. Then we would incorporate maybe doing gratefuls in there. Or, if I came up with an idea, I would be like, how about if we add this? And she'd be like, yeah, that's great. Or if she read a book and saw something in there and said, what if we add this to our thing?
Yeah.
So we always kept trying to let it develop over time because we've been friends for 5 years now. So,
Yeah, I know.
so it is going to organically grow into something else, like I don't get up at 5:30 anymore, but I still read my pages. I still meditate.
Mhm.
I still do the affirmations. I got to get back on the exercise, you know.
We got this.
She is a beast when it comes to 75 hard. I tried it. Oh man, I just can't do it.
I've been trying for like 3 years and I keep failing, but it's okay. One day I'm gonna get it. One
You are. I
day.
was like so impressed with you.
Thank you, thank you. What would
You're
you
welcome.
say was like the like game changer for you, like reading the book and just your overall like morning practice?
Um, I think meditation, and here's why. So, um, first of all, I didn't think I could ever do it because every time I sat down to try it, my brain went in seven different directions. And no, I don't have ADHD like Jen does.
With a squirrel, what a squirrel! That's sadly how our Marco Polos are.
Right? Um, and so for me, like just getting my brain to like quiet and what I didn't know what the benefits of it would be for me long term. Because people would say something generic like, "Oh, meditation's gonna change your life," and I'm like, "How? Like, I don't understand
Mhm.
how. Like, just sitting by myself and not doing anything, how is that gonna change my life?" And here's what it did for me. So it made things like when the storm came, when something happened to you, it made your reaction to that better. So
Yes.
instead of you getting like so stressed out and overstimulated and overworked and all of that, you kind of like allowed things to happen and like handled it better.
Hmm.
Um, and now like people notice that around me, like they want to they gravitate toward me because I'm calm, you know,
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
overreact to, silly silly stuff that, you know, you don't really need to overreact to. So that I think is my game changer. I won't miss a day. It's been over 5 years. I have never missed a day.
Yes.
Even if I'll go back and go, oh shit, I didn't meditate today, I will stop everything and just do 3 minutes. And
Mm-hmm.
I count that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think that's more important, the everyday,
Mm-hmm.
than how long you sit.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I've done that too, where I'm like getting ready for bed and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't check in. Oh, I didn't meditate. Even if it's just 1 minute, I'll like put the
Yeah.
timer in and just like, you know, do a quick body scan. And
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Just my mom the other day, she kind of knows how my cycle is and everything. She's like, Jen, and I had some stuff happen. And she's like, you know, I'm really proud. Like, you're not being reactive. Like, you know, you're calm. And I'm like, really? I'm like, it's the morning practice. Like, hey, I don't gotta catch
Absolutely.
a case. Like, yes, this is
All
the
right. I have
best.
a question. Do you have your onesie on right now?
I do.
You knew it was going to happen. Oh my God. I've seen this onesie more than once on Polo,
All
so
the
I had to
time.
ask.
It's either this one or my black fleece one or the leopard print one. It's
That's
Friday night. This is
awesome.
how we turn up, right? In a onesie with some tea.
We used to have, I used to go out and have a life, but no, not anymore.
Yeah. We gotta wake up early for the practice, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
I do
gosh.
think self-help books are important as
Mm-hmm.
well, but to never force yourself to
Mm-hmm.
read something that isn't like gelling with you. If it's something that you're not looking forward to picking back up, just get a different book for then. You know, it's probably a good book, but just not the right time.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. What
and
would be your top recommendations?
uh, oh, you're gonna do that to me. I actually, I like the high five habit. That's like a thing where you high five yourself in the morning, in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
which seems really corny, but
That's awesome.
yeah, it is pretty cool. That's with Mel Robbins, and I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Choose to Win by Zig Ziglar is a
Ooh.
really good one. Um, uh, you got me on the spot here. Choose Your Everyday, I think it's called. Um, it's not a well-known book, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I got a whole bunch of them. So
Yeah,
I love the success principles too. That's always a good one to have on hand.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Girls like Untamed by Glennon
Oh
Doyle.
my
You
God, yes.
know, yeah.
Yes,
So
that's like my new Bible.
yeah,
Like every female needs to read that. Like if you have a vulva, please read the book.
right. And if you're gonna adopt this practice, here's another little cheat. Um, you read your 10 pages, and if you
Mm-hmm.
have to write now, you have to scribe something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't think of anything to just write about in your journal, just take the notes from your book and write them in your journal, because then you're
I
like
love that.
double, yeah, you're putting it in your brain, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
everybody always highlights stuff and underlines stuff, but then they never go back and read it. so so what's the point?
Well, for me, I'm like, when I die, you know, I want, you know, for my kids to have and be like, oh, well, when they read through it, I'm like, let me see what message I can get on that page. Like, oh, okay. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, Jen.
Kind of like we're
So
like that.
then
And
I'll
when I
just
give it to
send you
people
all
too.
my books, and you can put them around your house for your kids when you're broke.
Or if I lend them, although I stopped lending books because I've lent out some of the best books too, and I never get it back. And I'm like, I have all the highlights, I tab them with like the little
Yeah,
stickies.
yeah.
So I don't do that no more. But I just feel, I don't know. But I like that idea of writing because normally I journal first before I read. So,
Oh, so I always read first and then I journal. But if I journal and do my own thing, one of the practices that I developed over time was after I was done with a book, I went back to all the highlighted areas.
mm-hmm,
If I hadn't done that, I would go back to the book, take all the highlighted areas and find the important ones. And in my journal, I would write notes from Embrace Your Everyday and then just put them all in there,
I
you
love
know.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. What are
You
you
are
reading
not.
now? I am. I will.
I'm actually, I just looked over there on my chaise lounge. I have Embrace Your Everyday. I have
Nice.
that. That's the one I'm reading right now. And I just, you know me, I buy new books right in the middle of, reading
Yeah,
one of them. So I have a
same.
new one that says, what is it? A Year of Kindness or some shit.
Or some shit.
Kind and fit.
I love it. I freaking love that. Would you recommend the Miracle Morning to people?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And don't just read the book. Go on the group, find an accountability partner. Like us, you might make a new friend.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be my friend forever.
Yes.
She knows way too much about me. Knows where the
Likewise.
bodies are buried.
Likewise.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, someday we'll meet in person, but
Yes. I can't wait.
I know.
Heart to heart hug
Exactly.
and long conversations. I love it. I was thinking about it on the drive home. I'm like, man, like we started off with just from a book and how it's formed. Like this woman has seen my youngest baby like take her first steps.
Yeah.
She's seen me get married. She's seen me get
And
divorced. And
Talk
the
you off the ledge, pull you back in.
Facts. She got
Yeah.
to like be a part of so many phases of this journey, like the icky, gooey, ugly phase, the ugly crying, and then the, helping me get the glow back, and
Yeah.
just a whole bunch of other stuff that we cannot share on social media, but lots and lots of fun, juicy stuff to share.
And I think too, people should just kind of maybe think about the fact that you and I are both different ages,
Mm-hmm.
and I think maybe at first I was like, oh, why does she want to hang out with me? I'm older, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we had so much to teach each other,
Yes. Yeah,
so
absolutely.
don't put somebody to the side because you don't think it would work.
Mm-hmm.
She's from New York. I'm, from a small town, and
Can you say park the car?
park your damn car, all right? Park the car in the Harvard Yard. That's where I'm from, Boston. And she's all like, "We'll have some coffee." I'm like, "What the fuck? It's coffee. What are you saying?"
That's why we're having this coffee talk with Judy and
Coffee
Jen.
talk with Judy and Jen. It's my really bad impersonation of her.
I love it. But
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. Like we are different age groups, we're different ethnicities, different like upbringings, different backgrounds, but very similar hearts, mindsets, and like being able to still be able to teach each other and have, like we said, like this organic growth. Like I really, really feel thankful. Like because I know I can show up on Marco Polo and just be like, oh my gosh, all this great stuff happened. And you're like, yeah. And I'll hop on and be like, can you believe this shit? And you're like, oh, hold on, But you also don't like just agree with everything that I say and do. She will chin check me and be like, hold on, Jen, pump your motherfucking brakes. Like
I think I did that yesterday.
yes.
You're
Look
like,
at you
oh
go.
man.
No. She really did. She's like, well, Jen. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you
She's
check
right.
yourself.
Yeah, I love it
Yeah.
though. That's what friendship is though. Because if you could sit there and just be like, everything that I do, just agree and just, enable certain things, or,
What's
then
the point of that?
that's not
And
real.
if I can't use my experience as a, somebody that's had more experiences, with men or kids or whatever, if I can't, tell you what worked and what didn't work for me, and you know, maybe you can grab something out of that that helps you. Great.
Yeah.
You know, and if you can remind me every once in a while that, you know, my life's not over just because I'm old. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like,
Yeah.
that's the way we kind of help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. And the thing is that like through experience and stuff, like I mean, there's been some phases in my life and you're like, oh, hold on, wait, this is what's going to happen. And I'm like, no, little Miss Gullible, ta-da. And then I'm like, girl, you were right. And you're like, but you never be like, yeah, bitch, I know I told you so.
I,
But you're just like,
you know,
well, you can come blow on the boo boo and then be like, all right, now let's go. Let's keep it
yeah,
moving. And I think that's
exactly.
beautiful. Like Kareen said, like that balance
Yeah,
is definitely a beautiful friendship. I'm very, very grateful. When we're
absolutely.
going to meet in person, we're going to have to make it happen. Not there in the cold. I'm not going out there during the cold. But
I'm like, come on down. Yeah, there's no way you're coming here.
you come to Florida anytime.
I
You can go hit the
know.
pool during the winter.
And see
Just
your
saying.
kids in person too.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
God.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
kids know Judy and love Judy.
And maybe I'll get my drawing that I paid $14 for from your child that tried to rape me over the coal.
You want to tell them that story?
Yeah, I like she's drawing all these pictures and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, do you want me to draw you a picture?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so I sent her her own polo. I told her I paid her $5 to draw me a picture, and she comes back with like, "I'll draw you a picture for $14." I'm like, "Oh my God, she's trying to take me. What the hell? I paid the money. I still don't have no drawings."
Oh my God.
I'm like, hey girl, I want to decorate my goddamn fridge. Let's go. What's taking so long?
Oh my God.
At one point, I did it week to week. Like I would just do a weekly challenge,
Mm-hmm.
you know, see if I could just like not eat bread that week or whatever. And if I made it the week, then I would do, you know, go to the next week. But I always tried to do a monthly challenge instead of like a resolution for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because so in January I do write out like my goals for the year, like let's hope that this is accomplished, this and this.
Mm-hmm.
But as each month comes, I try to like just set a monthly goal. So some months it can be like do 100 abs a day. Some months it can be do 50 squats a day, read 20 pages instead of 10, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No more than 3 things though, usually. And so that's how I once accomplished 100 abs a day for an entire year, because I started with a month, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if I can do 2 months. And then, oh, I wonder if I can do 3. And then once I did 3, it was game on. I'm like, I got to get to 6 on this. And then once I did 6, I was like, yeah, let's go.
That,
I'm going to do the whole year. Yeah.
that,
And I did it. I mean, I would have people downstairs in my house and I would be like, oh shit, I haven't done my abs yet. And I would boot it upstairs and go in my room.
that's patient, because that's the consistency.
Yeah,
That
because you don't want to let it go after that, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole thing. And that's with the meditation too. The same thing. Like I did that for 365 days and I was like, I can't let that go now. Like, how do I just go, oh, okay, I did that and that's it, you know? So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I totally agree. And now I know we're end it, but I just wanted to bring this up. Like sometimes people get intimidated when it comes to establishing a morning routine. Like they think that you need like 3 hours to get all this stuff done.
Mm-mm.
And
No.
really not. Like if you do the savers, you can do it in as short as 6 minutes,
Right.
where you do for each of the letters.
Well, that's 10 minutes per, if you do 10 minutes per letter, that's a half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, like I'm not doing the miracle morning practice. I still have, the very similar. So I'm doing the 5 a.m. club. So I wake up and I'll take care of my hygiene, make my bed. And then at 5, I'll start. So I pray for 10 minutes and then I do yoga for 20 minutes. And since it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to do nothing crazy. Like I take a way more like restorative approach. I bring my bolster, blocks, strap. I'll do yoga and then meditate for 10 minutes. And then I'll journal for 10 minutes and then
Yeah.
for 10 minutes. And then like on my app, I'll like look at the affirmations and read them out loud. But it doesn't take that much time. So for me, it only takes an hour to get all of that done.
Yes, right. And like for me, if I start to read, I might like keep reading and it'll take up too much of the time. So I just set a timer
Mm-hmm.
on each thing for 10 minutes. So so that it's an hour. And obviously when you're working and you have to get ready for work and all of that, it's, you know, you're getting up an hour earlier than you normally would
Yeah.
have. But it can be done. It can totally be done. And for her and I in the beginning, it was just a text. It was just like, are you up? You know,
Yeah.
that's it. It wasn't like, what are you doing or anything. Are you up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm up. I'm doing it. And knowing that somebody else was doing it at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it lessened the whole getting out of it thing.
Right.
And it lessened the whole thing about you, you know, saying I'm gonna go back to sleep, you know, because I knew she was gonna give me shit if I did that. I didn't want to be schooled on anything, so
Yeah.
I did what I was supposed
Like
to.
I don't want to let my accountability partner down. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I know, I gotta, yeah, cause so if you're up and I'm not up, like I feel like I'm like leaving you hanging. And even
Right.
as things have like progressively changed, somewhat we still have our practices, but like we still have the habit share check-ins. So whenever she does her stuff, she'll check in through habit share, and I get notified. And we've been
Right.
consistent with that for the entire time, like because we started from the very beginning with habit share, right?
Yeah. And I think that that's important because that has like I know we've both done it where we've been like, oh shit, I forgot to do something
Mm-hmm.
when we see that thing pop up on your phone. And if you're like scrolling through Facebook or whatever, and all of a sudden you see Jen just did her whatever's, you're like, oh shit, I gotta do my stuff. She's making me look bad.
Good motivation. And that,
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the first thing for the people, if they're interested, is to, you know, buy the book and join the group. And then try to find one person that you can that will get up with you at that same time and will send that first text like, you up, okay. And then maybe check in with each other later on that day, or have the habit share app that you have your savers in, and that other person can go in and see
Mm-hmm.
what you've done.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'll, you know, evolve to this sort of thing where you have video chats and stuff like that. Maybe you'll get a lifelong friend like we do. I
Yeah.
don't know. You never know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I
Yeah,
so thank you.
I'm grateful
Thank
too.
you
It's good.
for all of your inspiration and, just help throughout this whole journey and the friendship and the coffee talks with Judy and Jen
Yeah.
and the texts and also the comfort.
Dope slaps. Yeah. Hey, she gives them to me too, just so everybody knows.
This is true. We have
Yeah,
expressed vulnerability and just shared all of the details.
yeah, right. But that's good that you can, get to that point with somebody you've never met, that you can tell them
Yeah.
everything. But, it did start with just the savers, just the, get up. Are you up? Are you doing it? Okay, what did you get done yesterday? What can we work on tomorrow? How, I'm having trouble with this. Oh, well, I do it this way. Why don't you try it like that? So it was all these things back and forth, just trying to help each other out. And just knowing that you've found somebody that has the same mindset and goals in life, that they want to be a better person, um, you know, is helpful right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely. And when you and I remember being like, what do you want? Like, I want to be able to meet more like-minded people.
yeah, right.
embark on this like self-growth journey, especially when like starting a while back, it was pretty like lonely, you know, because it's like I don't want to hear about those books you're reading. I don't give a shit, you know what I mean? Like, dang, this is lonely. So being able to meet more people like that, and then that just created a ripple effect. Because I know a lot of people that I personally knew from 5 years ago that I'd be like, girl, I don't care about any of that. And now they're like, oh yeah, I like this. Like I gave it a shot, you know?
Right. And I do remember in the group too, they said to try not to get a friend that you already have. To be your accountability partner. Try to find somebody that you don't know, but who's in your own time zone. And they had the reason for that was because when you're friends with somebody, you can kind of blow it off a little bit easier.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't know that person initially, you don't want to let them down. It's a bigger commitment, I think, to the people that you don't know. And then, you know, now we know each other. Now I could be like, dude, I'm not doing it tomorrow. You know what I mean? But if I slack, she'll be like, hey, what's going on? When are we getting, you know, back on track? So, and I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, but it's not for us because it's been 5 years. It's not about the savers necessarily. It's about what have you done to make yourself better today? What have you done, you know, to work on the goals that you said you wanted to work on this month? That's where we are now. Yeah. But where we started was just with the savers. Stick to that. Try it, you know, try it for a month. Make it a challenge, you know. Set it up for, you know, write out what you're going to do. Set it up for February 1st and then do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. And it will change your life.
Yeah.
Based off of experience, so, like from us.
That's a good goal, actually. Have them buy the book. Buy the book now. Join the club, right? Set it up for February 1st. Find an accountability partner in the group and set it up for February 1st. Yes. And give it 1 month. See if it will be something that you're into,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and in the book, you could go to the website. In the Miracle Morning book, in the back, they have resources and stuff. And there's, I don't know if you did it, but I printed it out and I hung it up. It was a board. Yes. It has like a contract, and then there's a tracker where you check off every day. And the book is do it for 30 days. And now they have an app, a Savers app.
Yep.
And just
they do have that.
Like we started with 30 days, and it's been 5 years. Like, holy shit! I didn't. I'm that girl meditating. What? You know me?
Girl, you wouldn't think we'd be better people by now.
Listen. I mean, I think that's what has kept me out of jail. Okay, the fact that I've learned how to like activate my parasympathetic nervous system meditation, because you know,
right,
it's keeping me out of jail. So
yeah. I think I might have kept you out of jail a couple of times too.
So yeah.
But I know who I'm bringing with me to a fight. That's for sure.
My earrings for some.
I know. Serena, your friend just wrote, Serena's not having it. She wants in. She totally does. She's like, hey, did you finish my snowman?
Where is it?
Hey.
Yeah, show it. This is such a great way to spend my Friday night. I'm happy.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very good. Is she going to get
it?
She's
right here.
Yeah.
So here is her snowman.
Yay! I love it. Oh, that's going to look really good on my refrigerator. Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. Go put it on top of the printer so that way it doesn't get wrinkled, and I could put it in a folder and mail it out on Monday. When's your Monday? And tomorrow. Yeah.
That's a $14 snowman, everybody.
Make sure you sign it.
You have to give me $6.
What? She is always trying to work me. For what? What am I paying $6 for?
For this. You have to give me $6 for this.
I paid you $14 for that. You gotta make me something new if you want more money, yo.
Yeah, because the $14 was for a snowman. So you gotta do like one of the pictures like that you did Elsa or
She's like, oh man, I gotta do more work.
no, she's so good when she follows the tutorials. Go ahead, start watching the tutorials.
I think you should draw a picture of me for $6. How's that?
What
Huh?
kind of character?
Hold on, she's saying something, baby.
I said draw a picture of me for $6.
Okay.
I
But I'm not doing this also for you.
You're gonna
okay.
okay.
But can you do it because I don't know how to spell.
Okay. Yeah. Once I'm gonna get off now. Okay. So go over there so I can close
Why
out.
don't you just put it in the phone?
No. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Judy, for this amazing friendship, for playing such a huge role in my healing journey. I would not be where I'm at today if I didn't have you right there.
Right back at you, girly.
Giving me virtual hugs and, help soothe all of the boo-boos and all the trials and tribulations and laughing and celebrating with me too. I am very, very grateful for you. I love you tons. I haven't met you in person, but one day we will.
Excuse me?
Yep. One day I'll give you the longest hug you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
All right, honey.
Judy
It was nice to see you. Bye, sweetie. I can't wait to get my picture in the mail.
is going to be so quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I love it. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye, honey. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you.